Minister Rolf Hulop, you heard what Miro said and you heard the challenges, and I think you have a concrete solution that will help mobilize resources for young people action on climate change and also to empower them as citizens who have a say and a role to play. You represent this region, which is Carinthia in Austria, but you are part of this global community, which is the world. And today here in Paris, we are in this global community discussion. What are your plans to make sure that young people could become more effective when addressing climate change?
Thank you very much, Jean-Paul. I'm sorry that I have to leave after my part because I have the next and on 18 o'clock in town with the regional ministers, and we have to talk about the ENCORE and the Youth Core project. And I'm in the middle of this theme because I wasn't born as a minister. My work was doing music, doing cabaret, political cabaret, and I was an actor before, a kind of actor. And so when I came into politics, I'm looking at this in a practical way, and we try to do practical politics. And so we have a few new instruments to work on this world with young people. Because you see, always when you look at politicians, you see people in my age, 80, 70 or 60 years old, killing the future of the young people. And if you see it from a person who is 70 or 80 years old, he has not much future. As Einstein said, the future is the place where we're going to live later. And just the young people, they have an horizon and they see what is happening in 50 years. So we try to make bottom-up projects. What we started in Carinthia was the Energy Master Plan, and we had 11 working groups, and one of these working group was a youth working group, a creative working group. And just if you can imagine that one young, he was about 13 years old, he said about heating in rooms. We don't need any heating, everybody should wear a diving suit. So you don't need any heating. You see, this is another kind of thinking. Not everybody wants to wear a diving suit, but you see, the thinking is coming from another side. So the next plan we are doing is a mobility master plan. And also we go in every community and ask the people from bottom up what is their problem. We now have politics that is top down, and here sitting a lot of old people in the next days planning the future or not future of this earth and the young people. And therefore we're trying to participate the young people. When I came to Bavaria in case of in Core conference. This is an environment conference of regions of Europe. They are meeting about 100, 150 ministers from the regions. They're working together with EU projects, but are also in practice. Then I came to know that there's a youth core also. 1 week before this conference starts, a group of young people are working 1 week together in workshops. And they are presenting their products to the ministers. And you have a cross point from politics to young people. And you see, it's a big difference what the young people want from the ministers and what the ministers want from themselves and what they are confident what they can reach in this world. And this is, I think, the problem. The goals are not that far that there could be. It's the same problem with this conference in Paris also. Because you see, they're old people, they don't have another horizon than young people. We need to empower them, and we need to take them with us in Carinthia, where the ENCORE conference will be in 2016. It is very hard to get young people to talk about politics and to deal with our politics. They have another interest, and they think politics is not for me, just for old people. And that's the thing we have to change. And I think with our models, we get a lot of them. And therefore, I invite every young one to come to Carinthia. Just register on the homepage to the Youth Core. There's 1 week living free and working free. Just the journey is to pay. And we will have a nice environment conference of regions in the year 2016 in September in Carinthia. I hope a lot of people will come and we discuss it and show our results to the ministers and tell them where they should go.
Thank you, Rolf. And also, the title that you give to your activities are also very catchy. You say Youth Core, Encore, and all of this is also connecting the dots in terms of mobilization and raising awareness. And you are a former actor, and before you leave us, I would like quickly to make the link between you have been an actor in the past, a musician as well. And then Adeline is also a musician, and she's one of the winners of the Global Youth Music Contest that we organized this year on climate change. And Adeline is from Indonesia. You submitted the music like hundreds of other young people, and you are one of the winners. And UTCAT is arriving soon. You will join us on this panel. How did you come to realize that using music would be a powerful means, a universal tool to connect people and raise awareness about climate change, but also to inspire a new generation? Because you said we need to inspire a new generation. We need to make sure that the elders and the youngest work together, and then we should not have any gaps in between. We need to have bridges to connect the way we work. And I think that's a concrete example, intergenerational cooperation and collaboration. And Adeline, I think you should share your experience and also how you got inspired to use music as a way to connect people in terms of climate change action.